You're listening to The Sacred CEO, your go-to mini podcast for energy-boosted business magic. I'm Elyse Falzone, your spiritual sage, and here we treat your business like the living, breathing soul that it is. Energy meets strategy. Each episode, I'll channel insights, check in with the chakra blueprint of your organization, and give your business the soulful upgrade it's been waiting for. Let's make business sacred and successful. We are diving right in today, no holds bar. I am on a mission to help you today to feel the expansiveness and to know where to turn for your next new client. If I were to take a survey of over 100 different businesses, maybe 1,000 businesses, maybe even 1,000,000 businesses, I can only imagine that at least 90% of those businesses are looking for an influx of cash flow. This is kind of the name of the game when you want to have a thriving business. But what is the balance between the masculine energy of that and the feminine energy of that? How does it blend, and how do you create a homeostasis inside of the way that your business runs, moves, breathes? Now, you might have an influx of cash flow that also equals an influx of clients. You also, though, might have a decrease or a desire to lessen the amount of clients, but raise the price point of your product or service. So today, we are diving under the big top, talking about new, fresh meat, new clients, new energy, and the business that I am channeling today has this deep desire to get her business out there, to let her voice be heard, to let her business be heard, and to bring more customers to her doorstep. And this is a common theme, a common request, a common desire for so many businesses that I talk to. So my biggest question to you today, what is your actual goal? Is the goal a higher number in the bank account? Is the goal more energy, new energy coming forward? What's the goal? And I'm not just asking this to our featured business today, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but I'm also asking this to you as a listener in your own personal business right now. What is your deepest desire? And not on a vague level, but like, I intend to bring in $10,000 more this month. I intend to break the $250,000 mark. I intend to break the $1 million mark, the multi-million-dollar mark. Wherever you're at in your business, what is that intention? And how do you see yourself getting there? Is this with more clients? Is this with less clients, with a higher price point in what you're up to? You've got to really look at the strategy and the structure that you're inviting into your space. I will also say this before I introduce our featured business for the day, is that I, for a long time, was a part of this beautiful company. I was health and wellness coaching. I was building a wellness business and doing it with a beautiful team of epic humans. And one of the phrases that we would always say, and that was said from stage so many times from our leaders, is that new solves all. New solves all. When we are feeling stale and stagnant in our business, when our cash flow is like flatlining, new solves all. So what is your strategy to go into your own meditative space? Yes, but we must match that with strategy. And what is the strategy to ignite interest, to pique interest in your business? So people are like, tell me more. I want to know what you are up to and what you are doing. And that's exactly what we're going into in this episode today. We are going under the big top today with my dear friend Elsa, the Cherner Bros Circus. She's the host of It's a Circus podcast and also the founder of Sphia the Beauty Edit, where she helps women move through the overwhelm of motherhood and beauty so that they can feel supported and radiant again. This really is this transformation of coming back to self, loving self, and getting the beauty tips, hearing the voices of the moms and the businesses and the women who have been through this chaotic initiation, but also loving initiation. But Elsa is an incredible, beautiful soul. Her heart is so beautiful and pure. I love everything about her. And I'm diving into her business today. And I found some things, as beautiful and amazing as we all are, we all have blind spots. We all have spaces and places that we can bring into harmony. And so we're going to look at that today. And my intention is to bring the most loving, joyous spark to her, through me for this conversation today. So the first thing I have to say is that Spirit talks to me in songs sometimes. And so as I started diving into Elsa's businesses, I'm going to say businesses because they really are two separate businesses. And that's at least the way that they were shown to me. They want to be speaking more to each other, but right now they're really two different entities. So my question to you, Elsa, is what do you want? Do you see this as two separate things, or are they the same? Because they really do complement each other. But I'm going to go into the energetics of each of them in a moment. But I have to laugh first because Spirit was speaking to me in song. So as I brought your businesses forward and as I tuned into the energy and I was dancing and singing before I started this recording, I get myself into the zone. The song New York, New York by Frank Sinatra came on in my head. Not on like on the computer or on my phone, but it came on in my head, okay? So how does the song go? Specifically, these were the words. Start spreading the news, right? It's start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. I know I'm super pitchy, but this was the song. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Start spreading the news. Like immediately start spreading the news. So more people need to know about who you are and what you're up to. So as a business owner, sometimes this can be a little bit like, the marketing piece, because we have to be seen. We have to be known in whatever version or whatever way is possible. One of the things that, I know this is like a very masculine example that I'm bringing through, but oh my gosh, what is his name? 10Xer. OMG, I can't think of his name, but he talks about omnipresence all the time. He talks about 10Xing everything. I can see his face. This is driving me crazy. I'm gonna have to like pop in an insert for this or something. Grant Cardone. There it is. Grant Cardone, right? He talks about being omnipresent, about 10Xing everything that you do. So this goes back to that original question. What is the desire that your business really has for itself? And how do you want to fit yourself into that vision and into the role that your business is calling you forward to? So we always have to look at ourselves in the mirror. And I'm not just talking to Elsa right now. I'm talking to each of us who run businesses, who are CEOs, who have organizations, brick and mortar, service business, product business, wherever you're at in the business realm. You've got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, do I want to have a hobby that is fun and bringing in a little bit of cash flow? Or do you want to run a business? And then there's even a bigger question, at what capacity do you want that business to run? Do you want enough to just, get your groceries and pay a few bills for the month? Do you want enough to hit over the 6-figure mark? Do you want 7-figure mark? Do you want multiple 7-figure mark? Do you want to create a legacy and a lasting imprint? Giving back, creating nonprofits. I mean, there are so many different variations of what you can go out and create. And no answer is wrong, but we've got to be honest with ourselves. For some of you, you want to have this big, beautiful, running, operated business, but if you look in the mirror, the honesty is you're running a hobby. You've got a hobby right now. But if you're not honest about that, then we can't actually say, okay, we're going to take this now and we're going to scale and we're going to look at this and we're going to implement the things that we need to implement to actually get to where you want to get. For some of you, you've got a big, massive business and you're like, you know what? I actually just want this to be a hobby. And you might need to scale back. There's no right or wrong here. Just get real with yourself. So Elsa, inside of your business, what I am hearing with start spreading the news is, yes, start spreading the news, but what's your goal? What's your goalpost? The goalposts aren't really in sight right now. And this isn't a bad thing, right? It's just, oh, okay, it's just information. Information to say, I wanna have a little pickup in the business, but I haven't set my goal yet. And for some of us ladies who like to be in the feminine flow, sometimes setting a quote unquote concrete goal can be really overwhelming. We shame ourselves if we don't make it. We have all kinds of what ifs and I'm not worthy and conversations that come in when we are not meeting that goal. But I invite you to set a goal so that you have some sort of metrics to follow along the way. The way that I was seeing this come in for you, Elsa, was a roadmap, like literally making like a board game, like Candyland roadmap. Make a board game for yourself. You can do it based on months. You can do it based on like highlighted dates that you want. You can do it based on your podcast seasons, however you want to do it, but color code it, how many downloads you want, how many new clients you want, and create a game for yourself. Because this is going to keep it in the feminine essence while anchoring it in the masculine approach of the doing side of business. We actually do have to do. We do have to do. Do. Woo! Okay, I'm heading back. I know I sometimes I squirrel. I get very squirrely in the channeling process because things come in and then something else comes in from another lane. So I hope y'all are following along with me. And we're going to dig into some more specific detail here. So start spreading the news. Frank Sinatra's song. So I actually then go to Spotify and I play it and I'm listening and I start to channel. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's flying. She's spreading her wings. New York, all of the billboards in Times Square. It's time for everyone to know about Elsa and about It's a Circus podcast and about her beautiful beauty edits. And then that's where a bit of that separation occurred. So we have the energetics of It's a Circus, which is very chaotic and fun and playful. And then you have the energetics of Svea, which is the woman of Sweden. It's very earthy, it's very nature, it's very grounded. So you have this sweet, loving, fairy, yummy, earthy stuff over here. And then you have the show. You have the show. And when I think about a circus, I think about a performance. I think about putting on the mask, which is ironic because part of what your podcast is about, from my experience and from when I'm tuning in, is about the women taking off the mask. And so it's this beautiful kind of opposition, almost a yin-yang energy, which is coming in. I didn't channel this before. This is coming in right now. This yin-yang energy of It's a Circus. Like, what act is coming out? Tell us more about the show. Announcer type, right? Grab the mic. Let's hear from this next person. And then you have Svea, which is gentle and loving and finding yourself. And so it's this yin yang that in this particular moment I'm actually seeing can work. But you actually have got to relate to it in the yin yang energy because it's not equal. The energies are not equal. There are dramatically different energies of the podcast and of the beauty edit. Even though there's the same intentionality of getting under the skin, right? The beauty, the self-care, the honesty, the vulnerability. There's an opposition of the energies. And so they've been a little bit disconnected and in fight a little bit. Not because you've wanted them to fight. They just haven't known. They're speaking different languages, right? Svea is speaking this really beautiful, flowy, dancey language of the heart and soul. And under the big top is loud, bold, stripes, polka dots. It's not the same nature frequency. And so everything that I do when I'm in my channel mode, I pay attention to. And the amount of times that I've started and stopped this video and this audio recording is wild. And I don't normally do that. I normally press the record button and go, whatever's raw, real. But it's almost like I started saying things and then I kind of got caught in what am I actually talking about right now? And even in this moment, I can feel it because I'm calling it forward. Kind of this like middle abyss moment. And so I think that's what's been happening as you've been trying to communicate from one business to the other. It's getting stuck in this tangled confusion of a mess. And so right now, we're just going to restore that to some harmony. I talked about harmony at the beginning of this episode. We're restoring the harmony, bringing in the yin and the yang. That there is the performance and that there is the softness and there is the taking off the mask and there is finding the self in the beauty. But there's got to be some softening there in the communication style between the two businesses. Not even with you. Yes, with you, Elsa, but with those two. Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better. I feel that better in my system. So we're going to let that be. I'm burping right now. Burping for me is a sign of clearing and cleansing. So I'm just clearing and cleansing whatever that disconnect of communication is. You can envision these two legs of your business communicating with clear, soft, loving communication where they're meeting in the middle of those energetics, right at that yin-yang energy. Something else that was coming in that happened right after I turned the music on Spotify and listened to New York, New York, another Frank Sinatra song came in. Come fly with me, fly me to the moon, I think is what he says. But the come fly with me section is what stood out. Once again, there's come fly with me, there's start spreading the news. People don't know unless you share. So these are both energies of you must share more about what it is that you do. 10x everything. If that is your full and true desire. You know, our attention spans are becoming less and less and less and less because of all the social media and all the on-demand and all the instant gratification. And so, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, sometimes is not enough. People must not only hear and see what you've got going on multiple times, but they've got to feel it, especially in this day and age of AI. If they can sense the realness and the sensation in their bodies, they're going to lean in and they're going to be a yes. So sharing more, looking for the outlets that you have to share more, to teach more, to offer more, to be seen in all the beauty and all the glory that you are. The foundation and the intention of your businesses are very strong. It's very clear. It's very clear. Self-love, motherhood, chaos to beauty, feeling better in your skin again. Your business showed me this really beautiful visual of the foundational intentions being so strong, so rooted, so heart-centered. And I saw this beautiful marble floor that has been laid down, ready for your business. But there's no 2nd floor or 3rd floor or 4th floor or 5th floor. And so that 2nd floor is that next layer. It was like layers of cake, layers, these beautiful layers, these pages. There's so many more pages. There's so much more layer and depth and decor to be added into your business in a way that is the heart connection and the voice connection and the sacral connection to draw your next layer of clients in. And so again, this goes back to this omnipresence. I'm going to say it a million times over. You have to say it 1,000,000 times over and over and over and over and over. Your business is ready to fly free. I'm going to say it again. Come fly with me. Start spreading the news, right? These are both classy songs. Frank Sinatra, classy. You have such a classy business. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Women feel so fantastic in your presence. I can see it. I can feel it. I have personally felt it. You have these beautiful offerings. But that layer gets to come out and off so that you can be heard and seen and fly free. Uncage yourself. Beautiful bird, uncage yourself. I'm hearing from your business. I'm still floating in the energetic lands. It's so strong in the energetic field. It is so strong. And now it's about tethering to the earth. It's about anchoring into the earth for concrete, scalable energy. Going back to that question, what actually is the goal? Put it on paper, put it on a whiteboard, track it. I know it's hard sometimes, but track it. Find a fun way like this game board roadmap that is going to help you do it. I'm seeing specifically for you podcast sponsorships, bringing in partnerships that can support that financial flow through ad spend, but also brand partnerships and giveaways online. Like, I just see you doing so many giveaways, and it's like this rolling reciprocity energy from giveaways, partnering with brands, connecting, tags, shares, giveaways, really cool stuff that you can do with that. Also, some more context. Part of being seen is giving more context. So giving a sneak peek of what you do in your beauty edits more often, talking, teaching, telling, give us some tips, give us some pointers on a more ongoing basis of these beauty ideas and beauty tips so that we can lean in and we can learn and say, I want to know more. Tell me more, tell me more. And one of the things too that I saw, I've got to flip my sheet. What else did I read? Okay, yeah. One of the things that I see for you is a very successful mini booklet of some sort, like an ebook, a tutorial, where you are teaching the things that you teach women one-on-one and in person. You are teaching them through an ebook that people can purchase online, and it goes through ad spend. So you are getting yeses, you are getting sales as you sleep. It's really incredible. It's really beautiful. I actually see the Sphia brand pairing with certain elements. So, maybe a daisy, maybe chamomile, maybe sage, rose, right? Different energies and frequencies that have something to do with beauty. I'm seeing this whole thing. It's really, really, really powerful. But Sphia in its energy is earth. It's like earth remedies. It's origin. It's pureness. It's organic. It's really just there for the taking, okay? And for the communion. I don't want to say for the taking, because taking and Mother Nature we don't want those energies together. So something that is nourishing, lavender face oils, whatever it is, and whatever your specific and unique signature blends, signature processes, signature beauty tips are, they get to go in something that people can purchase online. Videos that can be monetized. Something is there for you where you can still have your freedom at home with your kids and your life and everything that you want to do, while still a beautiful increase of income and flow between those brand sponsorships for your podcast and this ebook or process. I see it. I can see it. I can almost taste the flavors and the colors and the way that you pair it in this system so that people can make and do these beautiful beauty routines at home. This has been a longer episode, but the entire intention here has been new energy. New energy, new energy. Spark something new by sharing who you are multiple times over and over and over and over and over again. You have a beautiful business. You have a beautiful heart to this. And now it's just deciding in a concrete way what you're going after. This is for everyone listening. What is your beauty edit? Where is the opportunity for you to take the mask off, to be seen fully, in your fullness, in your love, in your laughter, in your sexy, in your play, and to allow it to be shared through the voice of your business as well. Continue to share your beautiful, beautiful magic with the world. It's been such a blessing. I'll see you all so soon. Thanks for tuning in to The Sacred CEO, your go-to mini podcast for energy-boosted business magic. I'm Elyse Falzone, your spiritual sage, and I'll see you on the next round. And for those of you who are ready for your own business soulful upgrade, be sure to click the link below in the show notes to apply to have your business featured on the show. Love and awakening. Bye-bye.